2 of our MotoGP 26 career mode. And we're racing at the season opener where it all starts at the Chang International Circuit at the Thailand Grand Prix in episode number 23. If you missed the whole season of the MotoGP 26 coverage, we went undefeated 22-0. Be sure to check it out on my live streaming on youtube.com/speedjpo303. But you can only watch half of the season because most of the parts of 14 were on my original channel that was removed. So you can watch the rest of the second half of the season. But now that we are starting our full season with the SpeedJpo303 channel, be sure to subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/speedjpo303, and be sure to leave your links and likes, and then subscribe to my channel and make some donations to youtube.com/speedjpo303. And then also you can go to twitch.tv/speedjpo303 and follow us on my channel there. And then if you want to check AI videos, you can go to TikTok at speedjpo303. Also you can go to Cabot Instagram and DeviantArt at speedjpo3. Well, we were going to race the Aprilia Racing team, but we didn't have enough points to go to the Legendary. So we had to go and find a team. So we did with the for the first time in our MotoGP career, we're going to be riding for the VR 46 Racing team and teaming up with Franco Morbidelli. So we're going to ride the Rossi racing bike throughout the second season of the MotoGP 26 career mode. And hopefully we can do a phenomenal job there and get into that legend. So next season we can ride for the top teams like Aprilia Racing and Ducati Lenovo team. But we will see if we can make a choice by the end of the season, because I know we're still leading the point standings, and I will choose to whether I go with Aprilia or go with the Ducati Lenovo team in season 3. Well, a new season has arrived, and we will show you the riders right now as we are getting prepared for qualifying at the Thailand Grand Prix in Burma at the Chang International Circuit. So we now are new teammates with Franco Morbidelli right now. Now that Permina Anduro is now back to his old ride with the Gresini racing team, is now qualified into the second round with Luque Marini. And then also Diego Moreno is still there. But the only one that is not there, we don't see in the name, is Jack Miller. So Jack Miller is now retired from MotoGP competition. Now we have Toprak Al Ogura, his second year with the team. He now has a new teammate with Manuel Gonzalez, who now replaces Jack Miller in the primac Yamaha. Al Ogura now moves with the Honda LCR with Johan Zarco. And then Franco Morbidelli, Brad Binder, and Pecco across the stage with the Red Bull KTM. But here's the biggest move of the second season. Pecco Bagnaia, who will be joining in real life in 2027 with the Aprilia Racing, is teaming up with Jorge Martin, which that will be Marc Marquez. And look at Marc Marquez now. He's now at Ducati Lenovo, teaming up with Marc Marquez, his rivalry. But let's see how they can work well together as teammates. But will it be a rivalry or a full rivalry between those two, now that they are Ducati Lenovo team teammates? This is a very colorful and very nice, unique-looking bike scheme on the VR 46 Racing with the Permina Anduro racing team, and they run Ducati engines. See if we can try to get our first pole position here. Remember, we didn't get the pole last season with Gresini when we started this whole MotoGP 26 game.
There's movement in the pits, the bike is ready and the rider is about to take to the track.
In our Season 2 opener of the MotoGP 26 career mode. see how well Manuel Gonzalez can do on his new ride. First time we had a driver's transfer was 2 years ago when we had the Moto GP 2014. Man, I hit the brakes a little bit too late and then I fell out. I had trouble with this Chang International Circuit last season with that turn. Try to refuel and regroup on that.
We return with the images from the pit lane where the rider is returning to his pit. The team has just finished preparing the bike and the rider is ready to take to the track.
But I think it should be good enough to be in the front row. We didn't.
We
get the pole
return with
position,
the images from the pit lane where the rider is returning to his pit.
Here at the Chang International Circuit, Luca Marini in the Castro Honda is on the pole. Well, we got it a little bit quicker. We're in P2 with the minute 31.243, 88 thousandths of a second. 88 thousandths of a second slower than Luca Marini. Marquez is in third. Quartaro fourth and Giattino fifth. Oh, we dropped down into P5. Pedro Acosta and Giattino had
the second Moto GP qualifying session also ends here. The ranking you see on the screen corresponds to rider starting position on the grid.
So we're starting in the middle of row 2. 34th. We could have picked it up a little bit. We were in the 1 minute 30 mark, but it was marked a little bit too slow on the acceleration. Just have a little bit of acceleration issues with this bike with the Rossi team. Where's Morbidelli? Well, Morbidelli didn't make it. I think he's in the top 15, but hopefully maybe he'll catch up. Wow. That is an amazing surprise right now that Castro Honda is on the pole. With Fabio Giattino, Acosta, and then Marco Vicetti in this new protege ride with the Ducati Lenovo team is in P3, and I'm in P5. But this is a lot better than it was last season. Well, last season
Good morning from Thailand. We're reporting from the Chang Circuit. Just a few more moments and we will see the riders take to the track for the last session before the race. The weather is looking very calm, the sky is clear and should remain so for the rest of the session.
Alright, we're doing the 2-lap warm-up here at the Chang International Circuit. Well, it's a great start of our episode with the VR Racing team. That should have been their first ever pole position. But we have a lot of work to do to try to get this bike to develop. We're only doing a one-season effort for this team. The P5 was great, but we can do it better during the race.
The team has just finished preparing the bike and the rider is ready to take to the track.
will be a minute and 30, and that should have been pole position there. Minute and 30.881.
We return with the images from the pit lane where the rider is returning to his pit.
We did it during the warm-up, and we were faster, so I think we have a great chance of, you know, if I win this, it will be 23-0, and our first ever win with the VR 4016. We did this under worn tires as well, too. We're all ready for the race here to begin the Season 2 opener of our Moto GP to 26 career mode.
Here is the final ranking of this warm-up session, so all we can say is goodbye and see you in a few hours to start the official race.
Well, the race will be official. The Thailand fans are pumped up and ready to go for a second season and opener of the Moto GP 26 career mode, episode number 23. Morbidelli got 14, but hopefully he could be a little bit more better than that and maybe try to get into the top 10. In our first race with the Rossi Racing team with the Permina Anduro VR 46. And this bike be a little bit more quick. It's going to be on top of the line. We'll see how it performs.
Good morning from Matt Burt at the Chang Circuit, where just a few miles from the city of Buriram, ready to bring you the Thai Grand Prix. Just a few more moments and the images will take us to the starting straight for the Moto GP class race.
All right, the crowds are sold out crowd, packed house. We're in a season opener of the Moto GP 26 career mode. Let's begin the festivities and celebrations at Chang International Circuit.
Cameras take us to the starting grid where riders and engineers are discussing the final details. The sun is shining, but the temperatures are low today. Many riders have braved a soft rear tyre, but given the layout of the track, they've opted for a hard front tyre.
Well, we're no longer teammates with Alex Marquez. We're now teammates with Franco Morbidelli. And we're starting in from P5. Man, look how glowing our neon colors are. Neon and black. Those are the two matching great colors for this VR 46 team. Our first ever ride with this team. We have the pretty golden number 3 over there. We didn't change our number to number 1 because we don't want to do that. But we're trying to be like what Marc Marquez does. He keeps his number at number 93. But the medium soft tires are going to be the best bet. And everybody else is going to go with it. Marco Gresini is going with it, so is Marc Marquez. But let's take a look at the track temperature. The track temperature is 102 degrees. I think we should be able to go with both mediums. Just to be clear on the safe side, I think we should go with both mediums because Marco Gresini is going to go with both mediums, and same goes with, well, Marc Marquez could be a little bit weaker with those tires. So if we try to go with both mediums, I think it will be a sure bet because look at the temperature, it's 102 degrees. See that track temperature? It's 102 degrees, so we should be able to go with mediums. All right, a new season has emerged for Season 2. Manuel Gonzalez is the new rookie for the Moto GP 26 game, riding in with Toprak Al Ogura in the primac Honda, and Jack Miller has been retired. Let's get racing at the Chang International Circuit.
All the riders are lined up on the starting grid. The countdown begins for the lights to go out. Just a few more moments and the Thai Grand Prix will begin.
Let's hope we don't have to fall down in the first corner. Here we go. Season 2 opener. Chang International Circuit is now underway. We made it through. Oh, somebody is falling down. Oh no, Alex Marquez Marco with the Honda LCR now. Gabriel Acosta to move up into P3. Giacchino leading. Marco Besetti in his new drive. I had a sliding on my right over there in that turn. I almost fell down. And we have another rider down ball. Fabio Picaro is down. Stop doing it. It's going to help the tire. Franco Morbidelli moving up. He's in the P4. Marc was second, we move up into second. That was a brilliant move. Now we're set our sights on Giacchino for the lead. Be careful, be careful. We pass around Giacchino, and we are now leading here in the Thailand Grand Prix. Marcos just went down. Yeah, we were having a good fight right there for the lead, and then he falls out on this side. And out of the race. Up in the second place and looks who's in third. My teammate, my new teammate, Franco Morbidelli. closer. Man, I hit the bump going into the final turn. Oh, that bump. Well, like I always say, I don't trust Apex here. I think they put a bump into that final turn so nobody would touch the corner there. I got my first ball out of the race. And I was doing such a marvelous job in the last of the 14 and a half, 3/4 of a lap, and I fall out of my hit the corner over there in Apex. To go here at the Moto GP. We only have one call out of the race. I hope that will be our last call out. second advantage over Marco Pecco again. Permina Anduro bike is doing well. Manuel Gonzalez in his debut of race at the Thailand Grand Prix is currently running in P6. Look at where he's running. He's running in P6 in the second season. He's going better with Diego Moretti. Diego Moreno. setting out because it's now the battle between myself and Pecco. Morbidelli still hanging on with the P3, trying to upset Marc Marquez. Right now, Morbidelli still hanging on to that podium position. Trying not to let the king, Marc Marquez, add his tail. The right doctor order, the big knee, the racing system, than Alex did, but Franco will do a lot better. To go, and we're going to get our first win with the Rossi Racing team. I think Rossi Racing is feeling pretty happy that he found the right man to drive for this Moto Enduro team. And we're coming off in the final corner. And we have enough of it, and we are going to keep the streak alive at 23-0. We win the Thai Grand Prix.
While we wait for the cameras to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet the stars of the race, let's take a quick look at the final Moto GP ranking.
Oh no, and Franco Morbidelli lost the podium to Marc Marquez. And Marc Marquez finishes in third place, and this is a great start for the Ducati Lenovo team, but also a great start for the Valentino Rossi team, as we got our first win of the season with the Valentino Rossi team, and what an excellent start it was at the Thailand Grand Prix under one fallout. And we beat Marco Vicente by about 1.2 seconds. And this is a far better competitive bike race than it was, and a marvelous debut by Manuel Gonzalez. He finishes in P6. This is a great debut for Manuel Gonzalez, a great one for the Spaniard. He finishes in P6. Diego Beretta has a great start, P7. Struggling day for the Aprilia Racing team, as Jorge Martin finishes P8, Pedro Acosta 9th, and Bastianini rounds out the top 10. Aldeguer returns to Gresini at a slow start, and a slow start for Pecco as he drops into P13. Man, beautifully done by Fabio Quartararo, and only the 3 riders were out of the race. Al Ogura, Fabio Quartararo in the Yamaha, and Giattino, the pole sitter, who fell out of the bike after making contact with me. Luca Marini, it looks like he fell out on the bike, so did Brad Binder and Toprak Al Ogura in his second season with the primac Yamaha. But an excellent day for Manuel Gonzalez. I can't believe it. He finishes in P6 and taking over Jack Miller's ride, and now it's Manuel Gonzalez's new ride, and a phenomenal debut at P6. Great job. But a great job for this team, and it looks like we're going to be the team to beat this season with the Permina Anduro VR Rossi Racing team. They're very, very good here at the Thai Grand Prix. All right, let's look at it on the R4 camera. This was totally a nice performance in our first ever race with the VR 26 Racing team. This is the team that I never ridden on the Moto GP game. So it looks like Valentino was the right pick for me, and just wants to drop the order. And I think Morbidelli will have a good season, so us to be work together as a team and not have much fallout. We'll be good ourselves for this one fairy tale season. Just like we did with Gresini, unbeaten streak over 23-0. I still continue to keep the streak alive with a wonderful performance at the Thai Grand Prix. I think we're going to keep this as a thumbnail for our very first race with the Valentino Rossi team. So we'll use this as a thumbnail. Fabulous performance in the Moto GP 26 career mode. What a way to start out the season 2 in the Thailand Grand Prix. And a great run by Marco finishing in second, and obviously, most surprisingly, how about a great run for Franco Morbidelli, my new teammate, finishing in P4. Marc Marquez does a good job. Does a good job here. He fell off the first time. Manuel Gonzalez in a blue line with the Moto GP debut. What an excellent job. Number is going to be number 74. This is obviously a wonderful debut performance of Manuel Gonzalez. And there's Pecco right now, not a good start. He has struggled with that Aprilia race. We'll have to do it better in the next one when we go to Brazil. There's a phenomenal day for the Rio VR Racing Rossi team. We get our first win of the season. What a way to start out with that season opener at Chang. We have to do a lot of better performances than that the next one when we go to Brazil. So a great win in our second season opener of the Moto GP 26 career mode, episode number 23. We win it in the dramatic fashion to keep the unbeaten streak alive. Petty second and Marquez third. So we start leading the standings, and then Franco Morbidelli finishes in P4 with 13. But this is the start of the season. Marco and Marc are second and third. Franco Morbidelli fourth. Alex Marquez fifth. And a great debut from Manuel Gonzalez, the rookie, in P6. He did a great job. So when we lead the team's championship with 38 points, the Ducati Lenovo team in second place. So this is the first time the Anduro VR Racing team is leading the point standings in the Ducati. Ducati Lenovo team, we're hoping they have a high note this season in P2. Alternative third, Aprilia Racing fourth, and primac Yamaha rounds up the top 5. And Ducati now leads the point standings. Yamaha second with 11, and Aprilia third place. All right, let's go ahead and celebrate a first and third place win. First, and then the two Ducati Lenovo finish second and third.
We're moving to Parc Ferme with the live coverage, where the 3 podium finishers have just arrived. The winner is over the moon and is rightly indulging in celebrations with his team members.
I like the colors on this bike. Look at this, half neon and half black. Two matching colors that go together.
It's been a very busy weekend, and now it's time to celebrate the 3 MotoGP riders who have showcased their talents the most. The fans are rightly celebrating them after watching a wonderful race.
goes with the Pink Marquez. All right, we're also going to take a look at the point standings for Moto 2 and Moto 3. Obviously, what a great start it was, and we now win 23 wins in a row, and our first win with the Permina Anduro VR 46 Racing team. Man, hard to believe, isn't it? All right, now we're going to look at the other standings to see how it goes out. See if Daniel Hogata will take a Moto GP ride for Season 3, and he starts the season winning at the Thai Grand Prix. So Daniel Hogata gets a good start with the VDS Racing team. Felipe Sackett is in second place, David Alonso third, Lester Vietti fourth, and then Theo Passato in the top five. But the LVDS Racing team goes to a good start over the CF Moto Asphalt team. They are the defending team champions. Only Fans American Racing team third. It's a Mitsu Honda fourth, and Boo Primac Yamaha in the top five. Now in Moto 3, Alfo Carpi, I think that would be his first win with the Code Motorsports. He gets a win at the Thai Grand Prix with David Alamanza in second and Marco Morbidelli in third, Lena Patama in fourth, and then Casey O'Gorman in the top five. And then in the team standings, Code Motorsports off to a great start, 15 ahead of the Red Bull KTM. Victor Wally Donovan is in fourth, Leopard Racing is in third, Leopard Racing fourth, and CF Moto Asphalt team, they are the defending team champions, rounding out the top five. And they only got 24 riders in the Moto 3 effort. Now they have Rossi, Moody, and Cormac Buchanan. A lot of new riders in that mix. And then Matteo Vitelli is in P18. And I don't know if he went back to Moto 3. I guess he did. There's 28 riders in Moto 2. What a good job we have done. Well, it's a fabulous start here for the VR 46 Racing team to team up with Valentino Rossi. And it was a wonderful season opener, much better than it was in the previous year that we started out the season premiere opener in our Speed Table 303 channel. So that is going to do it for Moto GP coverage. A great start for the Permina Anduro VR 46 Racing team as we won it in fair square at the Thai Grand Prix. See if we can have the same performance on this in the next one when we go to the Brazilian Grand Prix at the Aryton Senna Circuit. And we will have Azerbaijan Grand Prix for episode number 17 coming up tomorrow afternoon. Thank you so much for watching on the Speed Tapo 303 channel. Hope everybody has a good night. We'll see you then into the next one. Until then, so long everyone. Have a great one. Great bike racing at the Thai Grand Prix, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And my first ride with Valentino Rossi. Hopefully we'll be a very good season, but it may not be an unbeaten season because we may get beat by other riders. All right, good night.